Hey! I have no better intro to start this off with. It's me again. I decided that I was like, you know what? I had fun with the last video, and I might as well make another one, right? So here I am, doing the same. It's the same tournament for Revo America 2019, but this time it's going to be a game that I kind of know a little bit more, a tad bit. I played this game a lot. It's the same Blaze Blue series, but it's cross tag battle. I know a lot more about this game than CF. I just thought I was more interested in commentating CF because that game is more of a technical game. But this game is going to be really high paced, really like on the go. Like it's going to be really fast to commentate, and it won't take an hour to fucking finish it. Hopefully, as you can see, I got spoiled by the timestamp, right? But anyway, this is essentially going to be against Shinku. North America's always North America's last hope. He's essentially the guy who won Evo. He's the one who wins Aspect of the Night. He essentially wins all the big tournaments. He even won. Did he win Combo Breaker? I think he won Combo Breaker. I don't remember. Essentially, there's a bunch of big names in North America, like Fame, Tempest Romeo. I forget the other person. Anyway, there's a lot of big names, right? And he's essentially always classed at the second best player, but he always shows up at these big tournaments. He beats Tempest Romeo, who is undisputed the best NA player, and he just gets farther than him every time. And he essentially uses a very good team is as a good word. Anyway. We'll get to that. We'll get to teams in a second. But essentially, next he's fighting against Kyamei. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't really know that much about him. All I know is that he's from Japan. He doesn't really. The only reason why I don't know about him is that he doesn't travel to tournaments outside of Japan. So if his name doesn't ring a bell, then that's why. But apparently he's a big name in net play for cross tag in Japan. Anyway, to just give you little bit of context about this, cross tag is a very fast-paced game. It's very hit every. If there's momentum, you literally if there's bigger momentum and you read a bunch of opponents' calls, you'll die in 9 seconds, right? But I'm talking about in CF, not cross tag. Cross tag is a lot more leniency, but at the same time, there's a lot more punish game, and that's why I really like it a lot more. But anyway, let's not get into that. Let's get into the actual game. So let me talk to you guys while this plays out a little bit. Let's turn that down. So Shinku is that guy right there. He's essentially he's very big on active switching. And what active switch is essentially the ability to allow you to control 2 characters at the same time, which is why this game is called cross tag battle, right? You get to control one partner and you get to control the other partner by pressing a set amount of buttons. And that's not. Shut the fuck up. No, this team held up. Hold the fuck up. Okay. There's no way this team's final. By the way, they're button passing. They're button checking. Yeah, they're on their phone. Anyway, Shinku is very good at fucking cross comboing, which essentially gets allowed to play 2 characters. Which he's gonna show right here, right? He's there's 2 characters out, and you get to play both of them and fucking do different shit with them, right? And you'll see, how Yosuke just dashed when he was while the other character's doing whatever. That's essentially what cross combo is. But Shinku loves to do that with his team, which is obviously right here, Ruby Yang. We'll get to fucking how each and every character plays in a second when we get to champ select. When we get into character select. Let's pause right here. Anyway. He's essentially really good at the cross comboing. He can essentially, what he will do is that he'll put Ruby on point, and what I mean by point, he'll stay there, right? He'll essentially be on screen all the time. While Yang, he essentially sends Yang to do all the damage, and Ruby is essentially an assist. She's more of she allows Yang to do all her damage, and when we get when I describe about the characters, I'll tell you why. But essentially, what she does is like he uses Ruby, gun blast, switches, ranged attacks. Essentially, he does all that for Yang to finally be able to get in. And once Yang gets in, fucking like pow, like fucking explodes, right? Meanwhile, it's almost the exact same thing on the other side, but with a bit more technical variant. So Mitsuru Akihiko, what they want to do is essentially, they both have really good buttons, like really, really good buttons. So essentially what Mitsuru wants to do is be able to tag you with one combo, and then while he's doing that combo, he wants to have Akihiko come in and then do his combo, and at the end, maybe at the end of the combo or during the said combo, he'll fucking try to hit you again, and if Akihitsu gets in, you're fucking dead. Like you have to burst it. There's no, if you don't burst it, you're literally gonna fucking die. But anyway, let's talk about the characters, right? So let's get this shit started, right? Oh, fuck.
Cheered so much already, but I want one more big one before.
God damn it. Oh, here we go. Alright. So, essentially, this is what Ruby does, right? Ruby is essentially, she's like I said, she's essentially like point character. She's like, fuck it. I have like gun. My thing is like a gun, and I shoot you, but while I shoot you, this person is gonna go into you, right? And essentially, her buttons are essentially like, she can shoot projectiles. She can fucking she can combo you for days with her combo feed, and she essentially can cross you up. So what I mean by cross you up is like, pretend this is like Ruby, whatever. She's like, woo, I'm happy. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. She's like, woo, I'm happy. And I should probably make this like yellow, right? Oh, I guess I can change it in a way. But anyway, that's Ruby, right? And this is the random guy who's like, it's Akihiko. It's like, oh, fuck. I have to fight against Ruby. She can essentially cross him up, and what I mean is that she'll essentially she has an ability that lets you go over and side switch, and now she's behind you. And this is really good in two separate ways. One is essentially she gets to do this, right? Like I said before, you can switch characters, right? So let's say for example, right? Let's say for example, Yang's like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you if you don't block me, right? She's like, Roo, I'm really happy. And this guy's like, fuck, I'm in a corner. Oh, like, I'm gonna have to block everything. Meanwhile, while she's right here, Ruby already used her cross switch, right? And she essentially got behind him. So, fuck, I'm already explaining this wrong. Essentially, let me explain this the right way. If Ruby's in point, right, she's on the screen, and she has the ability to fucking cross you up, she essentially goes behind the opponent, right? She goes behind the opponent, and now she calls in Yang. Yang's like, oh, fuck, I'm in the original position where where Ruby's supposed to be, and now it's a corner. Now it's two people. Now it's two separate people being like, hey, now you're gonna have to block everything from which direction. So Yang can fucking hit you from the right side. But then all of a sudden, you have fucking Ruby hitting you on this side. And you're gonna have to fucking block that, right? And that's really, really good because you can get some really bullshit things. You can essentially hit up, like, let's say, I really wish there was like a white. But I'll just use black actually. Let's say, for example, that's not gonna work. That's also not gonna work. Fuck, this is really bad. None of this. I'll do it right here, right? So, let's say, this guy is getting finally got sandwiched by Ruby Yang, and he's just like, okay. What the fuck do I do, right? He's like, shit, Ruby and Yang are beating the shit out of me. He can always DP, and what I mean by DP, there's a button in this game called Dragon Punch, like I talked about in the last video, where it's essentially a semi-invulnerable move where you get to fucking just use it and be like, hey, I got this scot-free, but it can always be blocked, right? And if you're blocked, you're essentially like gonna take like easily 3/4 of your HP, like by this team, right? But he really can't do that because with all their buttons, Ruby has a bunch of buttons that are like, make you stay there. Like, it will be like fucking like, He has Gun Blast. She has fucking she have active switch shenanigans. She has 2-beat and all that type of stuff. Meanwhile, Yang is like, she's the one trying to actually cross you up. So she's like fucking low hit over here, and then like fucking JC over here, and she's essentially trying to hit you. But meanwhile, you also have to block what Ruby's doing. So essentially it becomes this not even 50-50. Like, you can't even block high or low. It's like 25. Not even 25. It's like 12, because you're going to have to guess, is she going to fucking come from the left side high? Is she going to come from the right side high? Is she going to hit me low? Or is Ruby going to hit me low? And it becomes a really, really hard, difficult situation. I'm pretty sure we're going to see that more in this game. But that's essentially what the example of what this team wants to do. And for Yang, what she does, like I said, she does big damage. She essentially has this whole thing called Semblance, where if she gets past 33 HP, she gets to pause the game and be like, fucking, I burn! And fucking essentially ups all her damage and ups all her moves. That is really good, but that's not the important thing. Her important thing is her 5A. 5A is essentially her, we're going to see it a lot, right? 5A is essentially her armor. So this is her, right? She's like, haha, I'm gonna punch you, like, kuya, like, right? But Akihiko, this guy, right? He's gonna be like, nah, fuck you, idiot. Let's say Mitsuru, right? Let's say Mitsuru, right? She's just like, no, I have a fucking sword. I'm gonna hit you. So she's just like, haha, I'm gonna fucking hit you with my cool ass sword. And she's like, wait, I hit you, right? Wait, why the fuck are you frowning? It's because this thing, 5A, has armor. And it has a lot of armor. Like, this thing, as long as you don't hit her low, she will fucking beat every single move in the game with her 5B. So essentially, she'll be like, fuck, I hit you, but you're just gonna fucking hit me and I get punished. So they always have to be, like, scared about that, right? And it essentially gets to the point where it's like, well, she always has advantage state in this type of situation, because as long as she has the pressure of being able to 5B, Mitsuru's like, I can't contest that. I have to wait until I know I can be safe. So this is why Yang is like really like happy whenever like we get into neutral, because Akihiko Mitsuru is literally like, well shit, like what do I do? Right? And not only that, with Ruby being able to be like, fucking be here one time, right? And then be here another, right? And then be, oh my god, I'm above you all of a sudden, right? It doesn't really matter. That's essentially the big things that going out, other than fucking, we'll get to them in the game. Anyway, now let's talk about fucking this team. This team, fucking big boy damage. Let's talk about Akihiko, right? Akihiko, fucking, this character, broken. Like this character, it used to be like bottom of the barrel, fucking everyone's like, and this guy's like maybe worst 3 in the game. Nah. After the last patch, this character's so stupid. Alright, let me explain to you what he does. His damage, remember what I told you about Yang and being like, oh, I can pump out damage if I get hit? He doesn't have to. If he's just by himself, he will insta-kill you. Because he essentially has a thing where, I'm not going to get into it that much, but essentially he has a thing of, if he hits you like 5 times in a row, each and every time he hits you, he gets a stack, and each and every time he gets a stack, he gets his attacks get better, right? That's simple. But the way how he gets those is kind of bullshit. He essentially, let's say, like, we'll talk about it at round start, right? And each and every time, but essentially he has a move where, let's say, like, Yang's like, okay, I'm right here, right? And then Akihiko's like, well, shit, I'm all the way over here. Like, I have to promote this amount of distance, right? Well, he doesn't really have to. Fucking Akihiko has a move where essentially, in the size of like a 0.5 seconds, he will essentially be like, all the way to Yang. And Yang's like, okay, well, I get the 5B you, right? That's what I was just talking about. I just get to be like, I literally just get to be like, right? But here's the problem. This move also has armor, right? So this move gets counteracted by that move, but since it's a full dash and it's faster, this gets punished first. Or the Akihiko gets, Yang gets punished first. So it gets to the point where it's like, obviously it's unsafe. Like, you can't just fucking be like, haha, idiot, I get to fucking use it from full range with no assist. It's obviously punishable, but you can always unpunish that by calling him Mitsuru and being like, hey, dude, like, I hit you from across the screen, and then I call Mitsuru, and she's like, haha, I have sword, I hit you too, and then he gets to continue, right? But that's not the main problem. With him, it's literally like he can make combos by himself. He can do combos by himself. If he has an assist, it makes shit harder. It makes shit easier for the opponent. And I don't know why I said it in that order, but essentially he just does damage. He has an instant overhead. Well, we'll probably talk about. He has one of the fastest moves in the game, and he also, like Ruby, has a cross up, but he has to do it by himself. He can't do it. He doesn't have to have like. He has to. It costs 1 meter to do, and it also can't really combo into itself like Ruby can. So but this shit is like so fast. Like, it's real. You cannot react to it. We'll obviously talk about it then. But anyway, we'll talk about, because I'm almost confident there's not going to be no character switches because it's going to make my life harder, right? Anyway, let's talk about Mitsuru. Now, this character, complimentary to this guy, right? This character is the fucking overpowered character. This character is the fucking bullshit character. This character is like, oh, by the way, you see that fucking sword? That's not even the fucking length of that sword. If this Mitsuru is like, this is the length of the sword, like, this, comparatively to the screen, that's probably the length, like, of it in actual game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, so we're talking like this size, right? If Mitsuru is like this size, she probably has this length of the sword, if this is her action. Because this fucking sword is bullshit. Well, like, all she has to do is fucking just hit you from like half the screen and you get hit, right? And she's like, boom, boom. I mean, then again, you have like Yang's armor, right? But she's so safe when it comes to this, like, comes to her moves, where it's just like, all right, well, it doesn't really matter because I have a sword. Not only that, she has a bunch of, like, you know, dashes and everything, but that's not the main problem. Her main problem is fucking JA. Her JA is literally like, if you jump, it's like frame 2, and it's an instant overhead. So all she has to do is input the jump command, press A, and she fucking, like, oh, I don't know why that happened. She essentially goes and be like, yo, oh, it's not a good angle. Like, she's like, haha, bitch, I have the high ground. And she fucking, like, stabs you with the sword when you're, like, crouching. And this thing has stupid range. Like it's instant stupid range, and it's safe on block. I mean, I don't think it's safe on block anymore. But essentially, if she does this, the fucking game is like, you know, I just killed you, right? And essentially, it's a stat checker, right? Because if I have you in a corner, right? If I have you in a corner and you're just like, fuck, like, I'm just guarding for my life, haha. Essentially, she can just be like, hi, I'm always here to fucking check if you're guarding high, and if not, I just call in Akihiko, and he just fucking kills you, right? And you have to burst. But anyway, that's essentially what this game is. I really have been talking about characters and how this is matching up for fucking way too long. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, this character, this team, a lot of damage, a lot of fucking pressure scenarios where you have to block, and if you don't block, you die. But it's the same thing with this one, but this one team has more utility, and because of that, like, I've seen a bunch of Kyamei's play, but pretty sure Shinku has the advantage only because of Gun Blast and how Ruby works. Anyway, let's get to the actual fucking game, right? I'm gonna fucking slow this down. Anyway, so now that we have YouTube, we can actually, like, fucking... Actually, let's go with normal speed right now.
32 players came in qualified this weekend. 2 remain.
Oh yeah, they're letting intros play. Yo, that's cool. But anyway, so you see how big that sword is? We'll get to that fucking in a second. Anyway, round start. I wouldn't be surprised if they both backed up here. Oh, okay. See, that's the shit. You see that shit? All right, so this is already gonna fucking be a good one. So they both back up, right? And so he's just like, well, he essentially tries to. They both miss their engages. Because of that, he's like, well, shit, I have 5B, right? I literally hit you if I fucking 5B, and he guesses right, and he uses his own auto combo right here, but he actually gets punished because that shit has armor. But Kyamei has a fucking great idea. there's one frame in this fucking in this move where I have one frame buffer, and because of he uses that, he essentially uses his own DP, which is invincible, remember. So he essentially uses it, fucking counters him, and you already see how much damage that did to Yang. Fucking round start, that's really big.
Look how much damage Yang took from her armor.
So now they're just playing neutral. They're just literally calling their assists, filling each other out. Oh, so he tried to use a move and he used his anti-air. He literally okay. He tried to use a move right here, but he caught the move with his own anti-air. So essentially he got it, and he has to call in the burst, right? So now we get into another block, and there's his dash, right? And now because of the utility that does 7.6 because of Akihiko damage, uses his own DP. Okay. Ooh. So essentially, he risked a lot here. He accepted the fact that he was gonna he either said he's going to fucking block for days because Akihiko's gonna come back, or he says, I know you're gonna fucking continue this combo, so he fucking supers, and that's a mad lad play. You don't see that shit, right? And here's the active switch shenanigans. So you see, he fucking goes into gun blast, and fucking he just tries to essentially tries to get him, find a way for Yang to get in. More blocking now. Now he's in a corner. This is gonna be really hard for him. He pushes black. All right.
You guys haven't noticed, every single character is in Japanese.
So that's the cross up, right? I don't know if you saw it because I bet you didn't. Essentially, he's like, he literally goes in, he uses his bar, crosses up, and fucking hits him. People don't block that because it's just that fast. Just as an example, we're gonna go for it by regular speed again, right? Just see if you block this on reaction, by the way. There's no way, right? And now because of that, Yang's dead. Oh wait, he has enough burst. I didn't see it. Oh my god. So they both crashed it. Oh my god, he's a smurf. So essentially what happened there, right? Like obviously, he crashed, so that gave the opportunity for Mitsuru to come in and crash with her. And because of that, Akihiko gets the block and push block this next attack. He doesn't know that, Shinku thinks that he wins the crash. Like his next attack is faster than Akihiko, so he goes for another attack, right? And essentially because of that, he fucking gets another free punish. And I'm sorry, there's so much to explain. Because his auto combo is essentially there's a break in the auto combo, he baits the DP from him. And this is just already insane. Like, he's playing out of his mind. He essentially calls the octave switch and just fucks with them. Now, Yang is in I'm Burn stage. So now everything from her is just so much damage. There's so much damage, as you can see from the fire, right? So now it's like, this is literally, even though Yang is one character compared to, oh, see? You see that shit? Watch this. Literally, like I said, it's just a stat checker. Mitsuru is just a stat checker. Are you blocking high? He wasn't blocking high. You see that fucking sword? That sword is still off the screen. That's not even the full length of his fucking move. Right? And she has to block it, right? And that shit's really hard, like, for any person. And because of that, Yang dies. That's game.
After a great play after some wins, Kyamei's gonna go and take game number 1, first set of Grand Finals.
Oh shit! Yo, that's cool.
Such a great read for Shinku, though, using the power of semblance to his advantage.
But yeah, man, it's literally Shinku never really got a chance to use his assists. All he did was just get fucking blown up by Akihiko each and every time, which is why he lost. Obviously, right?
It's far from over, Rap. Okay, he knows he has a long way to go.
I'm gonna try to fucking hold on for a second. I'll do that real quick. Anyway, back to round start.
Far from over, Rap. Okay, he knows he has a long way to go. He has 5 more matches.
Okay, so here's the fucking problem with what Shinku just did, right? He fucked himself, essentially. So he air dashes in right here, right? He essentially is like, alright, so fucking, he just called it assist. I can fucking hit this guy, right? But here's the problem with that. he literally, obviously, he essentially goes in for an active switch. So now both characters are on the screen. But he essentially does it in the way where it almost perfectly gets into a sandwich. So, if we fucking continue, right? Huh? No, no, oh my gosh. So, oh my gosh, I might as well just use... I might as well just use the thing right here, right? So now he's in a sandwich where it's like, hey, my guy, so you're gonna have to block either me or him, just like I was talking about. But essentially, I don't know, I think what he was thinking was that he was gonna go 5C, I mean jump JC, and fucking have Akihiko essentially be like, hold on for a second. Essentially be like, hey, I'm gonna fucking hit you, and you can't really do anything about it. But because he called in the assist from Mitsuru, he essentially gets a free punish, and now because of that, Yang has to take all this true damage, unless he drops the combo, and that's really bad. But he's back in the corner again, and he has to guess. Oh my god! Okay, so he went for essentially right there. He went for the grab, but he jumped over the grab. And man, fuck it. Right? He goes for the grab here. He's like, I'm gonna grab you right here, but fucking Shinku jumps the grab, so he can't grab him, and he gets a free punish, right? And he's like, fuck, alright, now I get free combos on you. But here's the thing, I think he just gets a free reset. Yeah, he gets a free reset, and because of that, he hits him, but Kyamei is literally like, I'm gonna fucking burst it, right? But he burst it in the wrong time, so Yang gets to be able to block it and just fucking really just continue the combo that he was just about to do. And this is fucking gonna do like, what, 6K? Nope, that's just fair. Oh my god. He used his assist to cover up his options, and now he gets a chance to fucking fight him right here. Right.
There's a burst, gets out in time, but a clean hit.
Oh my god, okay.
There's a burst, gets out in time, but a clean hit. Okay, nice burst to get out.
He literally just uses it. Oh my god, there's so much going on.
What a cross up in the corner there. Good confirmation, good burst though.
What great range. Okay. So let me try to explain something right here, right? So now we're in the point where he literally, like, where Shinku is like fucking like, well shit, what the hell do I actually do? He's in a corner, right? He's right here. He's literally this big circle, and he has a big wielding sword, literally trying to check if he goes high. But at any point in time, he can switch to his own character and hit him with the low. So he's essentially guessing 50-50s here, but the moves are so instant, and block song is perfect where he has no way to react to said thing, right? That's essentially what's going on each and every time he goes into a corner. And he calls the assist. He knows he's gonna burst, so he essentially calls out a super, which is perfect. And holy shit, that's so good for him. That's essentially what happens, right? When he's essentially predicting Shinku's every fucking move. And he just goes for the raw grab to end the match. Okay. He's essentially predicting what Shinku's gonna do every single time. And I know it's really hard for him to like think like what's gonna happen after, but he needs to understand like this is what's gonna happen. Wow. He's literally looking at his phone like, dude, this shit's too fucking easy. Hi, mom. Right? Okay. See, if I was Shinku, you don't change characters, by the way. If I was Shinku, he literally, his new plan, he's not even using what he's supposed to do. He's not even active switching that much. What he needs to do is just have Ruby literally play the game for him. Like, use his bullets and find a way to just wow, he made his opponent mess up. But he just needs to find a way to do exactly what he did and just have Ruby make sure everything's safe for him, because that's what's been making sure what's been happening. And essentially he just called his assist to make sure his overhead was safe. That's essentially what happened. So the Yang's now here, and now he's playing a game of I know you can't hit me as long as I block, right? They're essentially playing like, hey, your only advantage, Mitsuru's only advantage she has is if she's in the air. But I know that but Shinku's like, I know if I'm in the air, she can't do anything either. So if you see beforehand, right? If you see beforehand, where before this fucking tail and goose start, or I think I did it before, right? Where they're like, well, I have a projectile that hits you, right? So essentially they're playing this game of, I need to set my thing up so I can hit you and be safe. But like Yang literally still doesn't care. As long as she gets close to you, she gets hit. I mean, yeah, Mitsuru gets hit, but it doesn't matter because she has, fucking good old fight jumpy. Because that's a great move. Oh, now he's in Viper. That's the pause when I'm talking about. The game literally pauses when she gets there. Holy shit. What happened there? Literally, she just jumped 4P, and because she was expecting to jump, Mitsuru didn't jump, but essentially he called the assist instead, so he thought he was safe, so he didn't block that. He didn't block that move, and because of it, he essentially gets hit, right? And he gets massive damage on the Mitsuru. Like, he has to recover all that. Essentially, this is Akihiko's game. Like, unless he thinks that was such a weird call. What is he doing? He literally just threw away all the Akihiko health he had. Oh my god. So that's his fucking full dash screen thing. That fucking Akihiko, that essentially Mitsuru just made save. Ooh. Yeah, he's dead. Oh fuck, I didn't even realize. Shit, is he gonna reset the bracket? Bracket? Yeah, bracket, idiot. This is still winnable, by the way. All Yang has to do is get one hit, but it's a fucking it's not a happy birthday. So this is what's gonna happen, right? This is literally what's gonna happen. See, he literally just has to block everything, but he can't block everything because in Resonance Blaze you get chip damage, right? As you saw, like watch his health before he got Resonance Blaze and now. Like look at how much damage, right? He's literally just blocking. Look how much damage. That's so much, right? Comparatively, if you're taking last hit. So, oh my god, he just used the move. Shinku shouldn't have won. Shinku literally got reset right there. Shinku literally had to go to fucking losers right there. I'm not even gonna lie. He shouldn't have won that match. Holy shit. Alright. So this is, if I would do anything right here, I literally just have Ruby just gun blast. I literally just have, yeah, they're gonna just let intros play, right? Oh, never mind. You just have Ruby fucking gun blast and shoot, like boom, 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 boom. Fucking, yeah, jump back, and you just let her play the game. Because we learned that already, that, holy shit, like right there, Yang is the fucking contributor of the game, but Ruby's the most important player in the fucking team. Because without Ruby, literally, like, you see how much Yang is doing by herself? Literally nothing. But with Ruby, it makes this team super fucking broken, right? Like, look at that. Oh my god, that fucking Flower V range. And just like that, he gets back in the corner. So then back to another... Oh, he goes for a grab. Oh wow, he just wants damage. He thinks he wants to kill. He goes for another grab. I don't know if we're playing CF. The fuck? Oh, fucking new 4P here, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, you didn't get hit. Dude, they're just not fucking... They're just pressing buttons. That's all they're doing. Also, I don't know why he stopped that combo. And you see... Hold the fuck up. I'm sorry. Dude, I fucking love this character. This is bullshit, the character. He literally is like, I got you in a block screen. I stopped. I made sure Akihiko's safe. Check to see if you're blocking high. Obviously, he isn't. Fucking gets fucking set up. And now he literally gets to punish him. Because he has no burst. He doesn't kill, actually. Because he has no bar. Alright. That was fancy. And that's... Holy shit. Alright. Let me tell you what happens here. Because it's very easy to see, like, oh fuck, he just crossed him up, right? So, he essentially sees that he fucking, that Yang is going up to fucking just, like, try to get out of the corner. Or Ruby is, my bad. And essentially, he had one more jump dash, or he had, essentially his like cross up, right? But he crossed them up in the air, or essentially used it for distance, and because of that, he had to block the Yang attack behind him, but because he had to do that, he couldn't block in front of him because you can't block both ways at the same time, and because of that, he's gonna eat a lot of damage because Yang just got fucking resonance and he's about to fucking pop, right? So now he's one hit away. All these characters are one hit away. Not Akihiko though. Wait, he didn't fucking. Dude, fucking just grab it. Oh my god. Okay, so he essentially thought his assist was safe. And now he's in another sandwich, but he doesn't want to use it. That's such a fucking greedy shit. What?
He did it too late. He did it too late. Shinku takes it.
Holy shit. So he thought, so essentially what he thought right here was like, hey, you're gonna super me on fucking wake up because you think I'm gonna do something. He obviously reads this shit, right? And he blocks it. But that little movement right there is what fucking cost him the game. Because he thought, he essentially wanted to make sure he could block all of it. He had the right idea because it is faster. So he essentially he has a full screen super that doesn't do enough damage, but it does do damage, and does do enough damage to kill her, right? So essentially, he uses it, but because he didn't use it immediately after the block, the block's done, he essentially uses it, and he's like, "Well, I get to block it, and now I get to do the same thing what you wanted to do to me," and fucking kills him. And you know he's laughing because he's like, "That shit shouldn't have fucking happened." Like literally, he lost that shit for no reason. Now it's fucking 2-2, dude. This is so fucked up. Like literally, like who do you fucking bet on? Who do you if you had to put money here, who do you fucking bet? Literally, like Shinku's got lucky for 2 fucking games, and I'm just like, okay. Like holy shit. This is why I need to fucking put this on 7.5, right? Essentially what happens here is that they both do the same thing. They super jump back guard, and they're like, well, what is one gonna do? Ruby essentially calls in his back assist, and because he calls in his back assist, it's safe for him to go for jump C, but he calls it in for the change, and he wasn't ready for the JC, so essentially he gets a free combo for no reason other than the fact that he wasn't expecting the fucking partner cross up. And now you just have Ruby just play the game for you. Or you just get hit for no reason. Oh, you get that little extra damage. How cute. He essentially got lucky with the fucking jump C. I mean with 5C right there. And now he's in a sandwich. Now he has to block everything, right? And you can't. And now he just gets the fucking burst. Wow, dude. Yang's fucking dead! Or he kills him right here. He literally has the 1v2. Shinku will fucking won this shit. There's no way he loses this, right? He literally got crossed up, by the way, because he didn't know who to block. He didn't know which one's the active was. And this is where the fucking buttons come in, right? He's just fucking comboing just to take the combo. He jumps, grabs. Let me tell you this, alright? If you're in a fucking high pressure situation, right? You see this shit, where do you block? Because obviously he blocked low, right? But what I'm trying to say is, okay, so let me explain to you why this is so difficult to do. Essentially, Shinku just outplays the fuck out of him right here, and you're like, oh, but Quentin, all you have to do is just fucking jump and press C. That's all you do. But think of this is how hard this is to do. Literally, he is in the middle. His hitbox is gonna go on his fucking head. So, and also, he active switched, so now Ruby's the main character, right? Ruby's the character. If this goes down here and he blocks high, which fucking direction does he block? Because in my eyes, I would block to the top left, right? If I see this opportunity, I'd block left. But this shit actually hits on the fucking right side. This hits on the right side, right? Because essentially, I wish I could fucking have an example. This move is when this fist comes down, it comes down to like right, like here, right? But because it's fucking going for because Ruby's the main character now, essentially his fucking profile gets fucking shifted, and it actually goes to the right side, and it fucking gets him here. So even though he doesn't get fucking hit, this shit's fucking like almost like impossible to predict where he's blocking. You have to get lucky. So Shinku just actually outplays the fuck out of him, and he fucking wins the match, like right here. Like that's so stupid.
Shinku won the combo away. Wait, he has super.
No, it's not over yet. He has the fucking. He's blocking everything. This guy's so fucking good. Oh my god, dude. He's fucking. So he. This is how you fucking condition people. So Shinku's been literally fucking doing grabs all game. Like, we've been fucking memeing about it, right? Oh, I've been memeing about it. He's been conditioning this guy to grab. Literally does it right there. And the one time, he's like, he thinks, he knows me, right? He's literally gonna fucking jump, like, grab me right here. Literally jump JC's. Like, he conditioned this guy. Well, fucking, he goes for the reverse grab, and he fucking calls him out. And holy shit, Shinku!
Take BBTAG and our Revo America 2019.
He is the champion. He is the best in the world. He is 20k richer.
Fuck, bro. Dude, I thought there was gonna be so much more to that fight.
All year long.
My
Winning
God.
Evo, winning Arc Revo. He is unstoppable.
The hardest working man in BBTAG doing it with his wife, who is Ruby and Yang.
I honestly don't know what to say. Like, literally, like, fucking, what's his name? Kyamei? Literally, he won this shit, literally, like, fucking both games he lost. But not the last game. The last game he got fucking outplayed at the end. But, like, where the fuck was it? It was right here, right?
You see the light management coming out
He should have won this match.
Oh, Queen hit a fly beat.
on 5 beats.
Not here, because he fucking kills the character, right?
She just wasn't ready for it.
He fucks up right here. Because, okay, so this is what I was gonna say. So, okay, so he does have the idea. So, essentially what I would do in this situation, which I guess he didn't. I guess he was either waiting for a grab or whatever the fuck. He essentially does the exact same thing. He calls in an assist. He calls out Akihiko, goes in for the assist. But instead of landing right here, I would just fucking jump over. Because essentially now it's a sandwich situation. And it's Yang. So she doesn't have the best fucking DP. She doesn't have the best like fucking like out of fucking block stun scenario. So all I do is just fucking just low or high. And also I have fucking Yang I have fucking Mitsu jumpy. So it's like, do I really like go for fucking, what the fuck does he even do here? He just goes for a grab, right? Literally, he wins that round. Like, literally, he gets the dream scenario, but he's, like, so obvious with his plays. And then fucking, I think he just drops the shit? No, he just fucking gets hit by the fucking random-ass move. Right? Yeah. And then fucking for the other shit, where it was like... Who is it? It was like... Oh, this shit where he just fucking... He literally just... Wait, what was this? Yeah, right? And he fucking just get... Literally, I'm telling you this right now. If this guy was, like, actually thinking ahead, he fucking just uses Akihiko assist. He literally just calls in Akihiko's, like, fucking bam. And when he fucking lands, when he just... Oh, fuck, sorry. He just calls in an assist when fucking Yang lands. And fucking he just conditions him to fucking block, right? Because if he blocks here, right? I mean, fucking, hopefully. He literally is like, See, okay, I understand what he was trying to go for. Okay. So, in between the combo, this move right here is her anti-air, right? But you see how it's fucking like, this move is already done, right? She used the move, right? This is the move that, like, the finished product. But she comes in later than usual, and because of that, and because she came in late, she essentially doesn't get the fucking counter punish. I understand what she means, but I still say that fucking win would have been better, because no matter what happens, you have her in the corner, and also you have Yang in the corner if you don't miss or if she doesn't do anything, and also they're both one touch. All you have to do is just hit him once in super, right? So it's like he essentially fucked up both times for these 2 games, but all the other games he played fucking solid. Like I don't think Shinku won this fucking honestly. Because now it's like now he fucking gets punished by being really greedy, and now because of that he gets sandwiched, right? Now it's back to like, oh, by the way, what am I gonna do? He just has a fucking Ruby just like, hey, I'm the assist character, right? And then we have this whole scenario again. And that's fucking. So hey, Shinku won the whole thing, right? This is why I'm excited for 2.0 because funny enough, like 2 of these things that I'm fucking criticizing him about, like literally fucking gets fixed. Right? 2 of these things get fixed in 2.0 because they're removing the delay on burst, and they're also cutting it quits on fucking grab cancels. So that's really cool. But yeah, man, I can't believe I don't like how Shinku won, but I guess he's the fucking champion, right? He's better than me at video games. Man, I wish I could talk about more about this game, but the game's done. Yeah, all right. I guess that's it for me. If you have any questions, you know what to do. See you guys.